Welcome back to IGN Live at E3 2013. Now finishing up our Sony block of programming, we have a new surprising game that was first revealed in February. It's called Knack, and this is Mark Cerny. How are you, sir?
Thanks for having me on
Who
the
did you
show.
bring along here now?
Please introduce yourself.
I am Yusuke Watanabe. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
He's
you.
the producer on the title.
Okay, wow. So Knack, it had the honor pretty much of being the first PlayStation 4 game revealed. It's playing on Vita. It's doing everything we've always dreamed of. But in a nutshell, when you talk to people, what is Knack?
Well, Knack is sort of a mashup between a Pixar-style film and a character action game. We've really been trying to speak to the nostalgia that players have for the experiences of games past.
Sure.
But at the same time, take a new take on it for this new generation.
Right, well that's the thing about it, right, is that Knack himself is the little guy who can get huge, and he's very cute. And we see him here and grow to huge sizes, and back in February, we saw him back as a small guy walking through little areas. I mean, when you talk about it, what are you comparing it to as far as like its brethren of games?
Well, there's definitely a bit of Crash Bandicoot there for that simple joy of play. There's a bit of God of War, very much the same sort of camera following the player. And a little bit of Katamari Damacy, which frankly is a title that I love. I must have bought 3 or 4 of them over the years.
Oh, yeah. Every time they put one out, you got to buy it. So, what's the story of Knack?
So, the goblins have somehow picked up some very powerful weapons, tanks and planes and the like, and an expedition is launched to discover the source of this weaponry, and Knack is part of this expedition. The not-so-mad scientist that created him brings him along as part of that story.
Great. And so, as a player, we're controlling Knack, right? I had Josh Keaton on up at noon the other day. He was talking about how he's the boy you see in the trailer, this 15-year-old. He's a pleasure to work with. I'm glad you got him.
He's amazing.
Yeah. So, why was this an experience that had to happen on PlayStation 4? Like, what, you've been around the block. You've made a few games here, some hits.
So, I mean, for us, it was just a lot easier to make on PlayStation 4. It probably saved us a year of game development time. Well, we could have a concept like, hey, let's have a character that's driven by a 5,000 object physics simulation. On PlayStation 4, there's enough performance that that's the sort of thing that you can try out and get in the game pretty quickly. So just the pace of development is a lot faster.
Being, a launch title here, being something that can really test what the PlayStation 4 does, was there a concern, Yosuke, of the game being just a tech demo rather than having, gameplay first?
何か言いたいことがありますか？言いたいこと。はい。ラッシュビーチじゃなくて、このゲームのキーワードは馴染みやすさ。
So he says that the key word is that accessibility. It's the instant friendliness that you feel for the characters, the warmth you feel for the characters in the world.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you totally get that, right? You mentioned Pixar, and that's definitely the vibe you get looking at Knack.
And we have huge help too. Actually, the lead background artist came from the Shadow of the Colossus team.
Oh wow!
It's the same studio that did
They're
it.
pretty
so
good.
They're amazing. And so this very soft look that you see has a lot to do with the talented people at the Japan studio in Tokyo working on the title.
Okay. Now the question is for both of you. I've been asking everybody on this PlayStation 4 block of programming, what are you guys doing with the PlayStation 4 tech, the controller, the touchpad? How is Knack taking advantage of what makes the PS4 special?
I think that the biggest things we can point to for the game are that physics sim which is driving the character, and also we're having fun with particle effects in the world and the like. That sort of stuff's, again, a lot easier to do and a lot more fun to create on the PlayStation 4.
Was it hard to get it running on Vita through the remote play and doing all this
Remote play is done by hardware.
Yeah?
So, I mean, I'm not sure what the message has been so far, but basically it just works. What you have to do as a game creator is figure out how to map the DualShock 4 onto the controls of the Vita.
And that's not hard.
That is not that hard, and there you go. Instead of playing on the TV set, you're now playing on the Vita.
See, this is what's exciting. You've done well with this. I know you're also the system architect of the PlayStation 4, some bigwig title. You guys seem like you have a good head on your shoulders with this stuff, and I'm very excited. Knack is a launch game?
Knack is a launch game.
And launch is?
Launch is, what did we announce last night?
Holiday. I keep trying to trick somebody into giving it away, but I can't. Yeah. Mark, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you for having us.
Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Everybody, I gotta go. All right, there's only so many PlayStation 4 games Greg Miller can tell you about, but our next game isn't a Sony exclusive, but we did get a look at it yesterday at Sony's conference. Fans of Bungie shouldn't leave, because up next is Destiny.